Good morning. It is the start of day 24. I left the Fontana Village Lodge and got a shuttle back. It was $3 again, but I didn't have to walk 2 miles that weren't on trail. And I'm going to head down to the Fontana Marina just to check it out since I didn't yesterday, and then I will start hiking. The plan is to hike 13 miles today. I will be crossing the Fontana Dam, which is exciting. It's weird to think that I'm already here. And then I will enter the Smokies and stay at Molly's Ridge Shelter. Now in the Smokies, it's required that you stay at the shelter. That's why it was hard to plan, because you couldn't just be like, oh, I'm just gonna go out and see how far I can walk that day and then set up my tent, at a stealth spot when I'm tired. You have to stay at the shelter. You actually have to sleep in the shelter unless it's full. Then thru-hikers can set up their tent outside the shelter. I do know that for a while, because of the coronavirus, they the people in charge said that you can stay in your tent if you don't feel comfortable sleeping that close to other people. But I don't know if that's still in effect. I think it is, but I'm not sure. So I figured I'd just probably stay in the shelter, or kind of see what everyone else was doing, because I'd rather stay in my tent. But if I have to stay in the shelter, that's part of the experience. So anyway, I'm glad that it's a sunny day. It's actually not supposed to rain for about another week. So that is good, because I was really nervous about the Smokies, particularly being cold and my sleeping bag getting wet and then having to stay out there for several nights in a row. Anyway, I'm going to check this out and get tagging. This does make me kind of miss the fact that I won't be going to the lake on 4th of July with my family, to the lake that we usually go to. But I mean, there's a lot of sacrifices made to be out here, and that's, I guess, maybe one of the easier ones. I don't know. Pack is heavy. Seems to be a reoccurring statement that I say. I was really worried about the Smokies, mainly because I thought it was going to be really cold, and then also I had told myself that I wanted to find a partner to hike the entire Smokies with, because I've just heard that it's a good idea to hike with someone, but I don't really have anyone that is hiking with me today. The girl I was with, El Salvador, she decided to take a 0 today, and I just don't really want to take a 0. I'd rather take 2 Neros to go into Gatlinburg later, and I guess I could do both, but I just don't want to. So I'm starting this section by myself. But the good thing is there's so many people out here that I'm really not hiking alone. Like, there'll be a ton of people at the shelters, and as long as I stay on the trail, I'll be fine. This is pretty neat scenery that I get to walk next to this morning. Makes me want to be out there kayaking though. So ahead is the famous Fontana Hilton, and it is apparently the nicest shelter on the Appalachian Trail. It's supposed to have showers and, in the summer months, indoor plumbing, trash cans, and I believe even charging stations. An AT Thru-hiker box. Hi. Double decker on both sides. And a view of the river or lake. I'm not really sure. You get water. I don't know when this sign was erected, but it's saying, or whenever it was, it says that the trail was 2,144 miles, but now it is 2,194.3 miles. And the Smoky Mountains part used to be 68 miles, but now it's about 71 miles. And then it said that about 100 hikers annually complete the entire trail. I don't know what the number is now, but it's more than that. So it's just interesting to see the changes throughout the years of the same trail. Crazy that I'm actually crossing the Fontana Dam. I don't know why. I mean, I know it's less than 200 miles from Georgia, but it always seemed like it was so far away. So it's crazy that I'm already here. I ran into the tortoise again at the Fontana Hilton shelter, and he kept calling me Ducky. And so I told him, I said, I think I'm probably just gonna go ahead and take that trail name. So I am now Ducky. Yesterday at the Fontana Lodge, there were some other guys there, and they asked me, what my name was. I told them. They're like, oh, no name yet? No trail name? I'm like, no, not yet. I said, this one guy is trying to call me Ducky, but I don't know. There's no funny story behind it or anything. And so they proceeded to come up with other names related to ducks, and was trying to call me the Quack Attack or Quacker. And I'm like, oh man, I better just take Ducky before something really weird or embarrassing comes up or is thought of. So I am now Ducky. And that is all thanks to my sister Shelby for giving me this duck as a going away gift to carry along with me on my trek. So thank you, Shelby. Hey! I've entered the Smoky Mountains part of the Appalachian Trail. I can tell that it's gonna be hard. I can already tell that. I've only hiked 2 miles today and I'm tired and my knee was hurting me a little bit, but nothing to be majorly concerned about. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. So, a couple days out here and then I'll go into Gatlinburg and then I'll get back out and finish the rest of the Smoky Mountains section. Wow, this is hard. Oh my gosh, it's been like a continuous uphill with like very, very little flats. Apparently, there's like it's called the Shuck Stack. It's right at the top of that mountain, and that's our next stop, which is in exactly 1 mile. So it is going to be a lot more climbing. Apparently that Shuck Stack fire tower is a 0.1 mile side trail, so I'm heading up there now. But one of the guys that was just up there, he came down and said that that was really sketchy and there's like no rails and it was super shaky, so I probably won't go up there, or maybe go up like 2 levels or something, but yeah, I don't know. Probably not. There's the dam that I crossed earlier today. You can go ahead of me, I'm not going any farther. But I'm not letting go. It's actually really, doesn't seem that far down, but the wind is definitely stronger. I think this is a good spot to stop. Maybe 1 more level. Just to challenge myself. But then that's all. That's unsettling.
What, the
that loose bolt. I made it to the top! I sucked it up and kept climbing. Hold on, almost done. My mom watches this video, she's gonna freak out. Tons of blowdowns on the trail, so we have to go up and around.
I can't go over.
It is 3:47 and I have 3.1 miles left to the shelter. So I'm guessing I'll roll in there probably about 5:30. Maybe 5:45, because in about a mile I'm going to be stopping for water because the spring at the shelter is not reliable, but there's like water 1.7 miles before the shelter, so I'll just carry water in. And apparently there's no privy at the shelter, at Mally's Ridge Shelter. I don't know why, but yeah, there's none, so I guess if I have to go to the bathroom, I'll be digging a hole. That's a cool looking tree. It's like a teepee in the bottom of it. I can see the shelter, finally. It's been a long day. It's 5:38, so I estimated a pretty good time. I'm glad to be here. Oh my gosh, I'm so worn out.
And now, like, Lantis and all is unneeded to be refrigerated.
So for dinner, I have
Brought out lunch,
ramen noodles, hot chocolate,
It looks like a damn EpiPen.
and my sister sent me stuff to make banana pudding. So I have my bananas rehydrating and banana wafers.
And I have seafood.
Yeah, gross. Alright, well, it is the end of day 24. I am staying at Molly's Ridge Shelter. I hiked 13 miles today. It was hard. A lot of it was uphill. But I'm in the Smokies. It is cold out here, so I'm gonna get in my sleeping bag. Probably try to call my husband first and then get in my sleeping bag. I have to stay in the shelter. There actually are people tenting and hammocking, but the shelter it's not completely full, but it's full enough. So you're actually supposed to stay in the shelters in the Smokies, but oh well. Yeah, so overall it was a hard day, but not terribly hard, so it was good. Alright, I'll talk to you tomorrow.